I think we got a problem, got a problem.
Let's go. Get up. Stack low, baby. You hear that? We can't sit down to that. Okay.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Sheik Luch, LOXD Block, Silverback. Hey, yo, right now I need to shout out the ISUPK classes.
I want to give a huge, big, humongous shout out to all the UPK schools.
We can't sit down to that.
Shout out to Black Watch, hosted by General Johanna. Word, I need y'all to check out Cross the Line Radio as well, man. They've been open all week from 7 to 9. They ain't shut down because of the corona, the COVID, and all that. They rockin' strong, you know what I mean?
Think we got a problem, but really it ain't though. It's one of me and these bitches, I count about 3, 4. Think we got a problem, but homie just all talk. He ain't gon' pop a balloon with a pitchfork. Think we got a problem in the club with this dog. Rude boys, dogs, ladies, everybody.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat while I the police on family stealing from me. I'm on the phone me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get them away from me.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool, nah, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2-5, nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit, get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to brittle out of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spending life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And when you paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never trick it to a baba, flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kids. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up in Philly, back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome.
Hey, Shalom, Lord in Christ. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Barakathum. To the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Alatham, Ba'ashem Yahweh, to the sisters. This is ISUPK Delaware. Started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? And this is Sabbath service as usual. We come out and we teach the people, our people, the lost tribes of the house of Israel. Salaki, if you could keep this switch right here. Hit that one. This one right here. The 2 switches. That one. No. Right here. This one right here. And then and this light right here. Salaki. Yeah. And then that one right there. Yeah, there we go. All right. So we test and make sure y'all can hear me. All right. So we, as usual, we come out and we teach the lost tribes of the house of Israel, so-called Black, Spanish, Native Americans, that we are the so-called Black, Spanish, and Native, that we are the children of Israel. Salakia. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Second here.
Laya Shala.
All right. That in you.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what we're going to do, let me turn that one. As you say a Majum, Wapan Yahakwadam, stand and face the east, turn and face the east. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to send up the prayers in Hebrew and in English. I'll say them in Hebrew, you say them in English. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malafika, Taba'ah, Ratzai, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawafna, Kasalakna, Kabawafina, Wala'ah, Tabaya'ayana, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayna, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Athapara, Wa'awalumian, Aman. Don't say.
Come. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
All right. This is for the power. Hakat. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Baba Kasha. Nathanawa. Hakat. Lara Pa'ah. Kal Makalah. Kal Madawa. Hakat. Latahar. Amatazari. Hakat. Lahakwi. Amati. Hakat. Al Rakawa. Atama Allah. Lagarishan. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The Wada Aman.
This is in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
This is a prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Barak
Lanala.
Waya Sha'ala. Waha Saparium. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The Wada Aman.
This is in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh. Bless us. And Israel. And in the school. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you.
So be it. All right, this is Psalms 121. Asha'a, Ayunya, Ahariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Azariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tizalka, Al-Yad, Yamamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Waba Ma'aitha, Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
Which from whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The
Lord is thy keeper.
The
Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
All right. Oh boy. This is Psalms 83. Alahayim. Al Damayalaka. Al Takarash. Wa Al Tashakwat. Al Kayahana. Awa Yabuka. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Aimaka. Yaira Yumwa. Sawada. Wayatha. Ya Tazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Lakawa, Wanakaki, Magoya, Wala Ayasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, I would die, Kaya, Now I Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Barya, Yakarafa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashimi Ayu, Mawa
Mugarium,
Gabal, Wa'amawan,
Wa'amalat,
Palasha, I'm Yeshabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Sarawai, Labanyalawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamagin, Kasaya Sara'a, Kayabyan, Banakal, Kayashwan, Nashabawa,
Nishadawa.
Bayanda Ara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adma. Shayatamwa. Nadayabu. Kairab. Wakazabak. Wakatazalmanai. Kal Nasiyakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Naya Rashad. Lanawa. Na'awa. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapanya Raka. Ka'ash. Taba Ira. Wakalaba. Dalahat. Hariyam. Khan. Tharadatma. Wasa Irika. Wabasawa Pafka. Tabahalam. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kwalawam. Waya Bakwashwa. Shemka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Waya Bahol. Aya. Waya Kapara. Waya Abadwa. Waya Da'aiwa. Kaya'ata. Shemka. Yahawa. Labadka. Alayawan. Al. Kal. Ratiza. Prayer right here. Say that thing with some strength, man.
This is in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel, may be no more in remembrance. For they that have consulted For they have consulted together.
With
one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. And Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Do unto them. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As unto Sisera. As unto Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perish at Endor. They that become as dung. They become as dung for the earth. For their make their nobles like a red. Like Zahab. Yea. All their princes. As Zabah. And Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves. The houses of God in possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As for the fire burneth wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh. Let them be confounded. In trouble forever. And yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth.
All right. Sorry. You discern. You shall be seated. For those at home, let's say these prayers with us. Yeah, I mean, even if you're at home, make sure you keep, doing everything facing the east when you're saying those prayers, man. You know what I mean? We want the Most High to hear us. We want him to hear us, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he hears us. He hears the prayers of the righteous. You know what I'm saying? He definitely hears the prayers of General Yohana. You know what I mean? He definitely hears the prayers of the priests and prophets of the Most High power within this school. You know what I'm saying? Within the ISUPK. That is the home of the truth. Hot. You know what I mean? That's so hot, yo. Yes, I mean, this the home of the truth. In case y'all didn't know, you know what I mean? This is where it's at. You know what I mean? It ain't no fake Israelite groups. It ain't in the church, the Christian church. You know what I mean? It ain't with the Muslims. It ain't none of that. It's right here. It's right here. And it's gonna come a time when they gonna recognize it too. And I can't wait till that day. You know what I mean? And that's man, listen, man, that's what we fight for, man.
Right.
Stuff that we got going. Oh, you got something? Like stuff that we got going on with our families. You know what I'm saying? Our peoples that's in the world, and we try to bring about this truth, and they don't hear us. And that's exactly what the scripture says. That's how it was going to be. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because we woe unto them that and I'm paraphrasing, but to those who that get the love from the people. You know what I'm saying? That woe unto them pastors. You see what I'm saying? Because their churches is packed to full capacity. You know what I'm saying? Because the people love them, but and they hate us.
Right. And
that's the same thing that they did to the prophets. You know what I mean? They hated the prophets. You know what I'm saying? So don't let it fool you that, like they like to say, man, I can't wait till Christ return, the Christian church. I love God. I can't, he's going to return and, we going to be saved and all that other type stuff. Don't get it twisted, because the fact of the matter is, if Christ walked into them churches, they would stone him. They would literally try to gnash on him with their teeth like they did when he was here. You know what I mean? Okay. They would try to bite him. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be no, it's about thank you, Jesus, we about to be saved. They'd be like, no, not my Jesus. That's what they would say.
So like it, they would say, ain't no man perfect on the earth.
Yeah. Ain't no man perfect.
They wouldn't even recognize Christ, sir.
No, they wouldn't, man. And that's we would though. We definitely would, because understand, man, there are many false prophets. There are many false Christs. This is a dude that calls in the Cross the Line Radio almost every Thursday saying he Christ. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we just be like, for real?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got a brother that calls Delaware at school. He called as soon as Officer Zion put his number, he get a dude. Yeah, I'm Jesus. Are you Jesus? All right. Get in class.
Right. right. Kind.
So get in class, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. Is that what your name is too? That's your name, huh?
That's right.
It's Jesus.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Right.
Like, no, my name is Jesus. All right, okay, no problem, man. Get in class.
No sweat.
Who in the chat? Anybody in the chat? We got
Just art and paint.
Hey, just art and paint. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Thumba, Shem Yahshua. I know she looking forward to the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
Who else up in there?
Trooper Nahalia.
Hey, what up, Trooper? What up, Trooper Nahalia?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we up, Trooper Nahalia. If you want to come through here, man, come on through.
Shout out to Kana.
Hey, Shalom, Lord in Christ, Kana. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Salakia. Shamar, Thumba, Shem Yahshua.
Got Wyatt Kwam.
Hey, oh wow,
yes,
that's
sir.
right. That's right. Wyatt Kwam. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Get in there.
Yes, sir.
Get in there.
He dropped the bomb.
Yeah, you got this. Push the joint over. No. The up top. You see the arrows in the screen? In the screen up top. The screen. Push it.
Okay. Oh.
No. Go home. Go to the home joint.
Okay.
All right. You see the little home joint right there?
Mm-hmm.
No, up to the top, to the right. The home. Yeah, hit that.
That music.
Yeah. Now hit the. See the arrows?
Come.
All the damn bomb. Yeah. Now you see. Now look for the. It says bomb. I think it's the second one to the left. No, up top. No,
okay.
Where the joints is at.
Right.
Yeah. See up there.
Okay.
See where all the the joints. All right. You got words next to them, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Does it say bomb? You see bomb anywhere? Go to the next one. You see bomb?
Come.
All right. There you go.
That's right. It took us long enough.
Yeah, hey, you did it right now. I mean, you keep coming in. You know what I mean?
Sir.
We definitely get it on popping. All right, so what we're gonna do as usual, we're gonna read in the Hebrew. I'm gonna read for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead. Zerah Bakar gonna be taking over from now on with the Hebrew reading. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a break today. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you know what I mean. Wada for coming in, you know what I mean, and representing. We getting ready for the Passover, man. You know, we got a little relief today, so everybody is going to be doing what they got to do to get ready. We got to be fly. We got to stunt. You know what I mean? Bring your whole family out. Your whole family going to be fly. It's going to be a glorious day, man. Glorious. You know what I'm saying? After the 13th.
Yep. Yeah. The 14th.
14th. Salakia, right? I say 13 because I'm going to bed on the 13th.
Yes, I am. 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Man. Good night. 6 a.m. So we on Exodus chapter 13, and we starting at verse. I finished up to 6 last week, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm starting at 7, I believe. Hold on. I'm gonna start at 6. Yeah, because we definitely read. I definitely remember 5.
Right.
5 was rough last week. Good. All right. So I'm starting at 6. So 1, 2, going down to 12. All right. 13 and 6.
I said I need that Hebrew.
Oh, I'll send this John to you.
Thought I had it.
I'm just go ahead and read them, and then I'll send it to you.
Okay, done.
All right. Shabbath, yam, fa'akal, matazaf, waba ya wam, hasha baya aya. Salakia, Kaga, La Yahawa, verse 7. Matazawath, Ya'akal, Ath, Shaba'if, Hayamai, Salakia, Hayamyam, Wala'a, Yara'ah, Lak, Kamataza. I'm saying the same thing over and over. Wala'a, Yara'ah, Laka, Sha'ar, Bakal, Gabalak, verse 8. Wahagadaf, Labanak, Bayawam, Hahawa, La'amar, Ba'ai Bawar, Zaha, Aisha, Yahweh, Laya, Batazar, Athia, Mama Tazarium, verse 9. Wahaya, Laka, La'awath, Ayla, Yadak, Wala za Karawan, Bayan, Ayanayak, Lama'ain, Thahaya, Thawarath, Yahweh, Babayak, Kaya, Bayad, Kazakwa, Hawatazak, Yahweh, Mama Tazarian. Verse 10. Washa Amarath, Ath, Hakakwa, Hazaath, Lama Awaida, Mayamyam. Mayamyam, Yayamyam. No. Mayam ya. Yeah. Yama. Verse 11. Wahaya, Kaya, Yaba'ak, Yahweh, Al, Aratiza, Hakana'ain, Hakana'ain, Ka'ashar, Nashabai, Lach, Wa la Abathayak, Manathna, Wanathanya, Wanathanha, Laka, verse 12. Wahai Barath, Kal, Patar, Rakam, La Yahweh, Wakal, Patar, Shagar, Bahama, Ashar, Yahaya, Laka, Hazaka, Rayam, La Yahweh. All right. Starting at verse 6.
Khan. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 6. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the 7th day shall be a feast unto the Lord.
That's right. That's right. Of course, we know that, Passover, we're in a Passover right now, right? You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on. This is so convenient. Like, it's so amazing how we was reading this right here. And here we are coming up to this part in the story in this book, because we've been reading since Genesis, coming all the way up. And we just so happen to be falling right on the Passover at the time of the Passover, man. That's amazing, man. Most High in Christ, man. But it's like this is we're coming out of Egypt. We're preparing to leave, right? So we got our food and stuff together. We cooked we slaughtered the lamb. We got the lamb slaughter coming up. Mm-hmm. You had your lamb according to your household. And then of course you had the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So we got the Passover, and then after the Passover, we have 7 days, which is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for 7 days, you're supposed to get all the leaven out of your house. All right. So for those who are getting ready to travel, if you're leaving on Monday, if you're leaving on Tuesday, we leaving on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So make sure you get all the leaven out of your house. Right. Because when you come back from Cocoa Beach, you're going to be in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You're going to be in that part of the service. You're going to be practicing that part of our high holy day. All right, so 7 days it says thou shalt eat unleavened bread. So for 7 days we eat unleavened bread, and the sisters do amazing with that. Yeah, yes, they do. I am actually looking forward to my unleavened bread on that Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, right, man. And then 7 days shall be a feast to the Lord. So remember, on the 7th day we shall have a feast. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
Khan. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee.
That's right.
Neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters.
That's right. In your house. That's exactly what I was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know. Yeah, this ain't Isaiah Ward telling y'all to do this. This is what the Most High commanded. You gonna say something?
Khan. And if I may, like, if you're in a Christian church, all you got to do is open up your Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is open up this Bible and read and see the difference between what you're celebrating as Easter.
Right.
And what the Most High says to do around this time.
Right.
I know the Catholic Church, they prepare for Easter during Lent. They make sacrifices. And Lent. Yeah, they do nonsense. You know what I'm saying? That means absolutely nothing. It's vain.
Right.
They go Lent, and then every Friday they can't eat meat. They gotta eat fish or something like that. Or like they're not allowed to eat.
Dang, I didn't even do that in my church.
Yep, that's Catholic tradition.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So they can't eat meat. But the Lord don't say any of that in these scriptures.
Right.
So, like, just open your Bibles, please, and come out of that wickedness, man. Because, like, it's just wicked. Like, the Lord gives a very, very instructive on how he wants things to be done.
Right.
And if I may, verse 3, it says, and Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right.
For by strength of the hand of the Lord brought you out from this place, and there shall no leavened bread be eaten. So, and then verse 5 goes to say, my bad, Salakia. And it says, and it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, thou shalt keep this service in this month.
Right.
So we lost our way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost our way. The Christian church, we think that we doing something with Easter, and you crying because, you got your crucifix up, you watch the Passion of the Christ. You know what I mean? You show your kids the Passion of the Christ and everything, thinking you being holy. But the Lord said, when we come into this land, we keep this way.
Right.
We don't take on the other way, and that's what we've done.
Right. Let me tell you something, man. What you're saying is so heavy, because you're right. In the Christian church, like, I remember my Christian church, man, we of course, you had the Easter Sunday, and it was a little confusing, because in the morning we would get up, had an Easter egg hunting within the house. You know what I mean? Because all night you was painting eggs and getting ready. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got ready. We was painting eggs the night before. You know what I'm saying? Then you had your Easter egg hunt the next day. You know what I'm saying? When you woke in the morning, you trying to find some, because my mom, she used to put cash in some of them eggs. You know what I'm saying? So you used to be like, man, I got to find the cash egg. Like, you knew it was going, because you was putting the stuff in the eggs. You know what I'm saying? And then she hid them joints. So, like, that's how we prepare. And then, of course, you go to church, and church was on that day, You was happy to go to church. Why? Because the church prepared to play. You know what I mean? They prepared to play, and there was no preaching that day. You know what I mean? It was like, shoot, I can go to church. You got your best suit, you got your best studs on, your best thread, and you seen people you ain't seen in a long time. You know what I mean? Because people that ain't never been to church in the whole year, but they come around with their pink suit on, you know what I'm saying, on Easter. You know what I mean? All the girls that she used to like, you know what I'm saying, that parents don't go to church normally, but they show people that you go to school with, they show up at your church. You be like, hey, what you doing here? You know what I mean? I see you on Monday. Like, what you doing up in here? You know, this is my parents' church. Man, your parents ain't never been here. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I don't know what you talking about. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna fool me. I'll be here. But yeah, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the church the church do the seven last words. They do everything. They show the Christ getting beat, all the stuff that he went through. They had a whole play, and they say that's what they do in remembrance of Christ. But that's not what Christ said. I'm gonna get let me get Luke chapter 22, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. All right. This is Luke chapter 22 and verse 1. It says, "Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover." Now, didn't he say in back in Exodus, what we just read, that this is something that we must keep for how long?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
So this is not just during that time.
Right.
Not just during the time of Christ. It says forever until your generations. You know what I'm saying? So that means even to this day, we're not supposed to be keeping Easter. Well, wait a minute. You know what? Let me not jump the gun. Let me just go say that we supposed to be keeping the Passover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To this very day. And the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Christ was doing it in his day. You see what I'm saying? And we supposed to be doing it today. Now, about that Easter Sunday. All right, because the Easter Sunday, they call it Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah, Resurrection Sunday.
You see what I'm saying? And they keep that. They don't keep Passover. The Christian church does not keep Passover. Yes, I know about you. I was in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't keep Passover. I've never had unleavened bread in the church. Never. I had leavened bread with hot dogs. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, they baking all types of cakes and everything on Easter.
On Easter Sunday.
The day of unleavened bread.
Daggone right. Got your bundt cakes. Got your red velvets. You got your cheesecake. You got all types of cakes. You know what I mean? Cakes and pies.
All types of leavening products and everything that you have.
Right. Exactly. That's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you something. This is what Christ said. All right. This is verse 19. All right. Because understand, this is during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is called the Passover. Verse 19 says this, "And he took bread and gave thanks and brake it and gave unto them, saying, This is my body, which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me." Nice.
So like it.
Go ahead.
You know, because I'm on fire for the Christian church. You know, that's where we come from.
That's where we come from. You know what I mean?
So
it's like, hey, we survived the streets.
Yes, we did.
Damn right.
And if I may, that's the scripture that they use to take communion. You know, they think they do that to take communion and the bread and the grape juice.
Right, the grape juice. What's the Welch's?
The Welch's grape juice.
Some good Welch's.
You know, and if I may, the Catholic Church is even more disgusting because they all drink off the same cup.
Kind of kind.
They don't wash it. They don't wash it. No nothing.
Nothing.
So it's just wickedness. You know what I mean? It's the religion sways you away from what the Lord says. So like Officer Isaiah Ward was saying, this is the home of the truth.
That's right.
You know what we doing in here? We following these scriptures. You know, so get in class.
Yeah, get out the church,
please. Get
out the church. At least start by reading the actual Bible. Just read for yourself. Because when I came into this truth, I didn't even recognize that. I just so happened to be reading through Luke. I was reading through Luke. You know what I mean? And I got to this and I was like, it says right here, the Passover. Matter of fact, it even says verse 8, it says, and he sent Peter and John saying, go and prepare us the Passover. Good night.
Good night.
That we may eat. This is verse, I'm going to say it again. Luke chapter 22 and verse 8 says this. And he sent Peter and John saying, go and prepare us the Passover that we may eat. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that painting that's in some churches and some people's houses where it's they're sitting at a table. You got Jesus in the middle and he's just like this. And he got, you know, some gay dude laying on him. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, they sitting at the table. Listen, the dude was so gay, feminine looking that they brought up a whole conspiracy about how that's Jesus' wife.
Mary Magdalene.
And Jesus, that's Jesus, you know, this Jesus' wife because she washed his feet. And he's like, dang, I ain't never had my feet washed before. You my wife now. You know what I mean? So like
silliness.
There's silliness in the world, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. So I'm so glad to be in the ISUPK, bro.
That's
you
right.
just don't understand, man. But yeah, it's all types of foolishness out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, they sitting there saying, that is the Passover. That is a picture of the Passover that they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They look at it as what? The Last Supper.
Right.
But it's actually a picture of the Passover, them having Passover. It's the same, the people in the picture. That's not how we look.
Right.
You know what I mean? Christ didn't have long, stringy, blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was not a feminine looking man.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was a very strong man. Matter of fact, nothing was special about the way Christ looked because we all look strong. Mm-hmm. We all look, you know what I mean, dark, and we all, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We all have our own look, but nothing was so special about him that they had to make paintings of him.
Mm-hmm.
But that dude, Caesar Borgia, and his daggone father, he was so handsome to his father. He was so handsome to the person that drew the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He just had to paint it. Like, I don't listen. None of them paintings that they got out there. What's the bull? Leonardo da Vinci. None of the joints. Let me tell you something. That Mona Lisa, I still to this very day, and I don't know if it's already came out yet. That is the first image of a transgender.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was so amazingly beautiful. This is my thing, and it might have came out. People might be saying this. I want to say I was the only one that was saying this a long time ago. He looked like a man. She looked like a man. You know what I mean? And I used to always say the reason why that thing was so famous, it wasn't because she was a plain face woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they say, you know, because she's so plain and, you know, she's so beautiful. No, it's because it was a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was a man and he looked like a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because he looked like a woman, they was just like, it's amazing how he was able to make this man look like a woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we this picture is so famous. Ain't no way no plain looking woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Esau is going to make that the most famous thing.
Right.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah. That was a man. That's what I believe. You know what I mean? That was a man, and that's why they make it so famous. You know what I mean? Was any comments in there? Well, just check them every now and again. And you know how to put them on the bottom of the screen, right? All you gotta do is kind of click on them.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It says Dashiem, Officer Dashiem.
Hey, Shalom, y'all. Bashim, y'all Shabbat.
Yes, sir. He said that's the Lord. They're not going to open it. Yep. Wisdom of Solomon 13, 15, and 16.
Okay. Let me get that real quick.
Kind of I got it.
You got it?
Kind of
Yeah. So like that's that right there. That scripture just lets you know very plain and clear. You know what I mean? That Christ was about the Passover. He did nothing of his own. He didn't say go worship my beating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But he did. You know what he did say? He said that's how you show love. Ain't no greater love than a man that'll die for his friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you should reverence that what he went through, man. You get out here in these streets and you risk your life for your brethren.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you reverence that what he went through.
Right.
You got that?
Khan. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had made a convenient room for it,
mm-hmm.
set it in a wall.
Right.
And made it fast with iron. For he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image and have need of help.
Right. Right. Let me say something, man. Let me tell you something about these images, because you pray to these images.
Right.
You know what I mean? You see, like we always, I know he's bringing this up a couple times. Good times. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
They had a picture of Jesus on the wall, and she ain't want to take that picture down.
Nope.
That picture was only up there. It wasn't up there the one episode where Michael had the picture of Black Jesus. You know what I mean? And then all that good stuff started happening to them. You know what I mean? I forget. I think it was Officer Zion one that had the full breakdown of that episode. You know what I mean? He tore it down. You know, he tore that thing up. And he's like, because then it was like it came down after that. The something bad had happened. Then they took the picture out, and White Jesus was up there for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you gotta understand, man. And that was a heavy thing to have done on TV during that time. You know what I mean? That's like when Archie was saying the N-word and then he was saying nigga on TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember they did a replay. You know how they do them every now and again. They'll have new characters do an old episode. What's that?
He said 14, chapter 14. Salaki.
Right. But but it's actually good that he brought that up, because that's people be praying to them images. You know what I mean? Them pictures. And they'll just be like, no, don't take it down. Don't take it down. That thing has no power. It actually has to be hung by you. Yep. It doesn't go up by itself.
Right. You
have to take it. You have to put the little thing on the back. You had to put a nail in the wall, and you got to hang it up. That image has no power. But go ahead.
This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15 and 16. And it says, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning.
Right.
When he have made an image of his child soon taken away.
Right.
Now honor him as a god.
That's the Pope. That's the Pope, man. The Pope. Yeah, we were just talking about. He when his son died, he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make an image of him, and he's gonna be he's gonna. As a matter of fact, go ahead, read it on. It actually says it. Go ahead.
Which was then a dead man.
Right.
And delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Verse 16. Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law.
Right.
And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Right.
Good night.
You know what? Go get me Caesar Borgia real quick. Let me tell you something, man. This was a commandment, just like birthdays was a commandment given to you by the kings of that time that love not your people. They didn't care a bit about your people. And you know what this king did? He created this. He created this right here. Look at this dude about to get a prostate exam. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Right.
That's the world's king right there. That's the reason why we love our oppressor. Right there. That's the reason why we can never separate from our oppressor. Right there, that image. Because we've been taught that this is our savior. This is the one that saved you disgusting black people. That's how they push it. If it wasn't for this man right here, you guys would be in hell. But aren't you in hell? If it wasn't for this guy right here, you wouldn't have went into slavery. But didn't you go into slavery? He saved you, and you're saved. And now all you got to do is wait to die.
Yep.
To get your glory.
Get your blessings.
Along with the people that oppressed you. You can go ahead and get rid of that sucker. You know what I mean? You can get rid of that joke. That dude, that right there, that is right. What you just saw right there is total wickedness. Total wickedness. That thing is evil. And that right there is our floor mat. When we come in every day, we make sure I jump off. Like I tell them all the time, man, I jump off that second step and I make sure to get a nice little plant on that face. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I give a nice, when I come out, I like to hear the sound of it. It got a nice sound to it too. It's like a pat. It got a nice little sound. I mean, when you come down, it's just like, it's like Gregory Hines. You know what I mean? I'm tap dancing.
Yep.
You got it.
No, for real.
But you know what I mean? Go ahead. What you just said?
And if I may, you know, just this whole, you know, spirit behind Easter, you know, this is what Christ died for. So you don't gotta follow. They call it the dispensation of the law. So we don't gotta keep what this says because Christ died for that. That don't even make sense.
That makes no sense.
You know,
Christ said it himself. I did not come to destroy the law or the prophets. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill. And what you have to understand, you know, the Christian church say, see, he fulfilled the law.
Yep.
No, doofus. You no longer have to sacrifice the blood of goats because God doesn't require the blood of goats.
Right.
Like Most High even said it himself. If I was hungry, I wouldn't tell you.
Right.
Well, do you know what I eat? What do I eat? What do I eat? Tell me what I eat. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I love this Bible, man.
Yes.
When I see certain things, I just be like, yo, Most High was through with these folks, man.
Yeah.
He about through. Because we love our oppressor. Even when we came out of that bondage, we wanted to go back on multiple occasions.
Right.
Not just with Egypt. When you read in Maccabees, same thing. We wanted to go back because we was like, you know, it was better off that we be with them. And that's how they're going to do with this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Except this one, we come out of this, it's going to be, we are totally through with our oppressor. This last Exodus is going to be unlike any Exodus. It ain't nothing's going to match up to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, he's not bringing it until we separate, until we really can't stand that. Like the son of perdition must be revealed. The devil will be revealed. We are going to know. Like we already know. We already know.
But you going to know.
But you going to know. And what is it going to take for you to know? What is it going to take for you to say, you know what? He is the devil the Bible speaks of. What is it going to take? Is it going to take your son or daughter getting killed, raped, your house being burnt down by them? You know what I'm saying? What is it going to take for you? What do you think them people in the Ukraine going through? You know what I mean? I wonder what they thinking. I wonder what's on their minds when their own people is coming. They think it's Russia and Ukraine, but that's their own people coming to destroy them. What's it going to take, man? Listen, man. Listen. Y'all, listen, that's all I had, man. We can go ahead and go back to the, you know what I mean? This is something else.
We'll go back to Exodus, right?
Come.
All right. Exodus 13. Okay, come. And we at 7?
We wrapped up 7.
Okay. Verse 8. And thou shalt shew thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt.
Say that again.
Start
that from the top.
And thou shalt shew thy son.
They shall show who?
Thy son. In that day, saying, this is done because that of which the Lord, Yahweh, did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt.
So we supposed to be telling our children what happened in that day. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when he came out, his son might be too young. His son might have been a babe and is wondering, well, why are we doing this? Well, this is why we're doing this, because let me tell you what the Most High did, man. The Egyptians, man, he came and he said, let us go. And the Pharaoh was like, you know what? I'm gonna make your bondage harder. And you know what? The bondage is already hard, son. We was getting our back whips for nothing already. But then he made our work even hard. You see what I'm saying? Then on top of that, he just kept going back to the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh just wouldn't listen. Let me tell you what he did, son. He caused all these frogs to come up. He caused all these lice, and he had so many bugs on the earth that the ground moved, man. He did this, he did that. He caused this. He turned the water into blood. He caused the darkness. Hey, son, you should have seen it, man. The darkness was hilarious because their priests, the ones that was trying to do the same miracles that the Most High was doing, oh, they was in there crying because they heard cats and they heard little things running out, and they died. They died because of that fear, because of that darkness. But guess what? That still wasn't enough for the Pharaoh. So you know what Pharaoh had to do? He had to kill their firstborn. Son, how would you feel? How do you think I would feel if you died?
Right.
I'd be angry, right? I'd be ready to kill somebody, right? So guess what? We had to slaughter a lamb. We had to make unleavened bread, and we had to get the heck up out of Dodge before they turn on us.
Right.
So that's why we eating this. This is our new year. This is our beginning of months. This is when we came out of captivity and began our journey into our kingdom. So we remember this day forever. Make sure you tell your son, and make sure he tells his son.
Right.
And make sure they tell their children's children. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that this is never forgotten.
Yep.
And that's what we must do. That's your duty. You know what I mean? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. You supposed to be telling your children this. You don't be like the world. And I try to have a discussion. I know I'm going on. I try to have a discussion with my nephew about slavery, about the history of our people. And you know, he ain't know a daggone thing. Why did our slavery happen? I don't know. Dude, you 24 years old. You in the mid-20s. You too into the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You never considered that? You never considered what the slavery was about? Did they save us? What were we before slavery? I don't know. I guess we was in Africa. Oh, okay. What is African American? What is that the name of? What is Africa? Yeah, it's a country. It's a country. It's a continent. It's a continent. America. What is America? It's a continent. I was like, it's the name of two. I was like, so when did African American come about?
Right.
When was that name created? I don't know. God dang, what they teaching y'all in these schools, man? You went through college.
Right. Right. They ain't teach us that.
This world, just like Psalms 83, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. So, and they made it so that your name is no more in remembrance. You don't know that you Israel. You don't know it. You don't know who your God is. You don't know who your power is, and you don't know how to come out of this captivity. Because they know as long as you don't know who you are, then you can't do what needs to be done.
Right.
And they will always be above you. And they love being above you. So that they can be gay.
So like, what's that scripture? Maccabees talking about if we take them away from their God. Is that Maccabees?
No, that's I think it's Judith. Judith. Yeah. Let me see if I can get that. It's Judith, I think 6. Yeah, Judith 5. Judith 5.
Judith 5.
Yep.
Okay. I knew it was an apocrypha.
Judith 5, and like if you ever get a chance, read Judith 5, start at verse 5, go all the way down to 23. You know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, verse 21, you can read that. You got it?
Khan.
Yeah, read Judith chapter 5 and verse 21.
Khan. Says,
actually start at verse 20.
Khan. This is the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, any error against
any error in this people. See that daggone now no, it's what's that? Which one is that? The KJV 1611 joint. They twist words around too. You see what I'm saying? No, not against these people.
Right.
Any error in these people. You know what I mean? Because if it's an error against these people, they just error against us all the time. You know what I'm saying? But error in this people. Go ahead.
and they sin against their God,
right,
let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
See, this is what Ammon brought to the crafty council. This is what, and now this isn't the crafty council here. You know what I mean? It actually very may well be, but no, this isn't. This is during another battle. This isn't the Psalms 83, but it does say that Ammon was one of the nations that was confederate against us.
Right.
So you can imagine if he's saying this, then go ahead, verse 21.
Come. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by. Lest their Lord defend them and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. Good night.
Let me tell you something, man. Like this is what they brought to the table. You know what I mean? This is that crafty council. This is what when they sat down at the table and was like, man, how are we gonna deal with these, man? Because they're a powerful nation, man. We can't touch them.
Right.
Their God is for them. Somebody's like, ho, wait, I got something. So and if you read, this dude did the research. He went all the way back to our Exodus. He's like, man, look, in Exodus, this is what happened. In this battle, this is what happened. This is what happened. It was a time, man, shoot, they was just holding his hands up like this. And it was, you know what I mean? As soon as his arms up, like he's bringing it all out. And he says, so this is what I think. All we got to do is if there's any error in this people, if they are not keeping their law, statute, commandments, guess what? Their God won't defend them. But if they are keeping those laws, statutes, commandments, man, you better leave them alone.
Right.
Leave them folks alone. But if they got error, that's when we attack. So all we got to do is find a way to make them go against their God. Anytime, listen, man, they can't beat us. We defeat ourselves.
Every time.
Every single time. You see what I'm saying? Every single time. You got something?
If I may, this is so heavy, hence why you have the Black Christian church. You know what I'm saying? On every corner.
Right.
You know, it's on every corner in the hood, but if we was doing something right, well, our hoods to look the way they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got a church, we got a masjid on damn near every corner in Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so why do our neighborhoods look the way they do? And why are we in the condition that we in if we serving the Lord the way we supposed to? You know what I'm saying? Because they know that they have to put this doctrine out there to get us to go against our Lord.
Right.
This doctrine teaches you to sin.
Yeah.
Like I said, like we brought out earlier about it's a sin not to keep the Passover.
Right.
So if they get you celebrating Easter and you not celebrating the Passover, where you left at? Oh, well, the Lord don't judge that. Okay, the Lord don't judge that. But then you eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. On top of you don't forgive your brother. All these things that we do are sins.
Right.
You know, but according to Christianity, it's all right.
Let me tell you something, man. Officer Josiah brought it out last night during Lashawan Kodash. I want to say it was 1 Kings chapter 3. I might not be able to find it right now. But what it is that let me tell you something, man. Don't think that it's just by chance that a lot of these holidays are around the same time as our high holy days. You know what I mean? It's not by chance. They do that so that it will be a stumbling block. You know what I mean? Like you got Valentine's Day is around Feast of Purim. You got Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday is around the time of the Passover. Thanksgiving is sometime Hanukkah falls around that time. Or is it Hanukkah or is it it is Hanukkah. It is Hanukkah. Is around that time. Don't think it's strange, man. Then of course they make sure if that don't do it, let's give them birthdays. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
let's give them birthdays too. You know what I'm saying? So it's purposely done, not just so it can build the economy, because that's what it does. Best believe, go ahead and buy some stock in stovetop stuffing around Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And see what happens. I mean, I always wanted to try that out just to see if that actually works. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's when they just blow, like, you'll buy it now when it's low, you know what I mean, and sell it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean, or something like that. You know what I mean? Sell it around that time. You know what I mean? Because that thing probably shoot up. You never know. I don't know stocks like that, but I'm just assuming. You know what I mean? I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just, you know, y'all know stovetop stuff, and everybody buys stovetop stuff around that time. You know what I mean? That and that honey glazed ham, cranberry sauce. You know what I mean? Who buys cranberry sauce throughout the whole year? You know what I mean? Nobody buys cranberry sauce, but on that dagger, and it's still, people don't really. I like cranberries though. You know what I mean?
You still won't get it though.
I still know. I love me some cranberry sauce, but I only ate it for Thanksgiving. I ain't had cranberry sauce in years. I'm gonna go buy me a can of cranberry sauce just because, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like think about that. Like, you know, we Christmas time, how many people go broke? How many families are broken up just so that wicked kid of yours can have gifts under the tree?
So, like, if I may, I know somebody who's going through it right now with their family members because of Christmas gifts.
Dang.
Because they didn't get one person a Christmas gift, or she put money up to the Christmas gift, but then they didn't put her name on the gift.
Oh, good.
You get what I'm saying? This stuff break up our families.
Yes, it definitely does.
It breaks up our families. It's so important. If you don't have it to give a gift, don't let you not come with a gift.
Oh, don't. And then you got birthdays. I know brothers that's newly in the truth, and their kid had a birthday. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, good night. Now you thinking I'm worthless. I ain't nothing.
Yep.
Because I don't want to get him something for that birthday. Hey, be strong. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, I would rather please the Most High than be pleasing to a dragon or lion of a woman.
Yep.
Because guess what? If it ain't that's going to make her turn against you, it's going to be something else.
It's going to be something else.
It's going to be something else, and it's always going to be something. You know what I mean?
Whenever you don't do what she said.
Whatever. Will Smiths in the world, to the Will Smiths in the world, not that brother. You know what I mean? To the Will Smiths in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's man, ain't that something? That going after all that, this Joker going to come out and say, I don't need no protection. I don't need no man fighting for me. Like, listen, man, get out, Will. If you're watching this, Will Smith, get out.
Yeah. And if I may, a clip just resurfaced about her saying that, you know, she never really wanted to be married.
Man, listen, it's been worse things she said than that. I seen another video, and I know we done beat this thing like a dead horse, man. Yeah. We done. You could drop that one. Just hit the show button again.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't stay up there the whole time. All right. But yeah, it was the one video that recently came. It was an old video too. And I guess this might have been when they was going through, man, I know she going around the house calling him the B word.
Absolutely.
I know for sure she be just daily saying, you ain't Tupac. They had a video out. They had a video out. And you can even tell in the video, it was him and his wife, and she was singing. And it was just like, you could tell in the video that she just was like, I'm gonna use you for all I can. And this dude is really in love. He really love her, man. It's sad, man. She don't love him though. Because she been around thugs. She been around thugs and you getting jiggy with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to be thug like. You know what I mean? Like you not, that's not you. Not you. You know what I mean? You are Fresh Prince.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need a Hillary. That's what you need, man. You don't need no hood chick, man. You don't need no hood chick. You left the hood. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Some of us that's in the hood want to get out the hood too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some of us are fine where they are, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to be something you're not.
Right.
Not you. You know what I'm saying? Go find you. You can get Will can leave her and have tons of women.
Right.
And I still don't think this dude cheated on her. One of the joints that came out was because he was looking at porn, and she acted a plumb fool. Then there was another video that came out where it was like she just out of the blue just start recording him. And he was like, don't just be recording me straight up the top. Like, you know what I mean? Get my permission before you just start recording. My social media is important to me. Don't just start recording me.
Right.
And she was like, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. This nigga here. Anyway,
right.
What I just say? Answer the question. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, yo. And you could tell, like, in how he is, he just like, and when you watch that table talk, he was like, when I was through with you, when I was like, she was like, yeah, you was through with me. You was through with me, but you still here.
You still here.
You still here. And then the last straw, you slap your brother, and she still says, I ain't even want you. I don't need no protection.
And if I may, sad, now he's banned for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you know where she gonna be at?
You know what she's really trying to do? She's trying to destroy that man so that she can get what she has without being with him.
Yep.
She's trying to destroy that man, take everything from him. He's going to be destroyed. And guess what? He's still not going to want to leave her. He's still not going to want to leave her because she got him. She got him. It's sad, man. But that's the woman that you are going to forgo the law, statutes, and commandments for. That's the woman that you're going to make sure that you are still celebrating Christmas, celebrating these holidays instead of celebrating these high holy days.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. It is orchestrated that way because that's the crafty counsel we just talked about.
Right. Because
they know that as long as there is no iniquity, if there's no iniquity in you, leave you alone. But if there is error within our people, they will rule us.
Right.
Now, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that person that says, oh, we are all equal, I'm your friend, I love black people. How do you feel that they're just saying that so that you will never come to the understanding that you are not black, that you are a child of God, that you are an Israelite of the tribe of Judah or Naphtali or Issachar or Benjamin? You know what I'm saying? Or give me another one. Reuben, Broadband, you know what I mean? Oh man. Ephraim, that's, you know what I mean? Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? Like Haitians, Levi, you know what I mean? They don't want you to know who you are.
Right.
It steams me up sometimes, man. And we try to tell our people all the time, and they you know, again, we looked at as a hate group,
as a cult.
Well, I don't got no problem being a cult because the church is a cult. Anyone that has a belief system, they in a cult because they believe other than what other people believe. You know what I mean? So you want to call me a cult, you're just trying to put a bad word on it. But the fact of the matter is, yes, we are a cult. We are separate. We are holy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you can't stand it because you believe that you can't be perfect. Let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Go ahead and verse 9.
Verse 9. And there shall be for a sign unto thee upon thy hand, and for a memorial between thy eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth.
Good, nice. Say that one more time.
That the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For with the strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt.
For with what?
The strong hand.
Say that again.
The strong hand.
So he didn't just do this by saying it and it was done. How did he do it?
With the strong hand.
With the strong hand. You saw it. You was a part of it. You felt it. And that's how he's going to do it again. You're going to know that the Most High is the Most High power.
Right.
You're going to know for a fact. It's not going to be, well, it just so happened to happen. How did this happen? Who did this? What, where, what, when, why? You're going to know because the scripture even said every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess.
Right.
That means even the heathen nations is going to bow down.
Mm-hmm.
Even them, they going to be sorrowful. Like, oh, we knew. It was so sorry. I ain't no sorry now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a kill you up until it's only 4 people left in your whole nation.
Right.
And that was for y'all rebuild the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the Most High, but he going to do something to where it's going to be clear as day.
Right.
Who we are and who the Most High power is.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 10. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year.
Year to year. Every year. We supposed to keep this. Every year. Don't let no fake Israelites say we can't keep it because we not in the land. Dummies. Right. Don't let them do that to you. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to keep this every year. Go ahead.
Right. Khan. And that shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee and to thy fathers, and shall give it thee, that thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix, and every firstling that cometh of a beast which thou hast. The males shall be the Lord's.
Say less. That's right there, man. We gonna wrap that up right there.
That is heavy.
Heavy. And we gonna get into that last verse too, man. That's a heavy verse right there. Open up the name, let me tell you.
But thou shalt set apart. How we set apart if we celebrate Easter with the oppressor? How we set apart if we do everything that they do? What do we different?
Right.
Why? That's why we at the beneath them.
Right.
You know, the blessing of Abraham talked about how you should be above and not beneath.
Right.
But we are beneath.
Right.
It tells you we can't be equal. You got to be above or beneath. And because we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're going to be at the bottom.
Forever. If we don't come to it, I ain't gonna say forever,
right?
But for a long time, we got a long ways to go, Robert Carr, because our people still love, even though they know, even God, dog, man, during this time of COVID, everything that was happening to your people, all these killings and these murderings, and how your people was just getting killed with impunity. You know what I mean? With impunity, you got how they going out shooting their own. What's the one boy? What's the boy that went out with the young boy that went out with the automatic rifle during the march and killed them? Killed them. Was it Rittenhouse? Is that his name? No,
Kyle Rittenhouse.
It is right. Yeah, yeah. That boy. He going out. He able to shoot with an AR and kill his people in the streets. And all he had to do was be.
Yeah.
And they was like, you know what, man?
Right.
You right. The judge is up there like, man. Oh, man. That young man, he got so much promise in his future.
Salakia. I don't know if you heard of the recent story with the white lady killed the black dude, stabbed him up, and they sent her to a psych ward. She didn't even get arrested.
Good night. Good night, man.
Because she was devastated.
Yo, did the police that killed that one black boy, she get off yet? I'm waiting for that, man. I'm surprised she's still in there, right? If she is. You know what I mean? I know she went the one that got a hug from the brother. The brother of his I'd be dang if somebody murdered my brother, my cousin, my friend, my distant aunt, uncles, cousins. Yep. You know what I mean? I'd be dang if I go and hug the murderer. Can I just give you a hug? Oh, when I watched that, so disgusting. I only seen it twice. The second time I said I will never watch this again.
Right.
You know what I mean? The daggone black judge, came down. The one chick brushing her hair. Our people, man. That's why we need to be in rulership.
Facts.
That's why we be in rulership, man, because we are not like them.
Right.
We are not like them, man. They will kill you for doing something to their dog.
Yes, they will.
You see what I'm saying? They will kill you. They will kill your whole street, your whole block. You know what I mean? They will lie, man. Listen, man. Read this Bible. You know what I mean? Stop being so forgiving and blind to the truth. You know what I mean? Like, don't think that that's them and that's not you.
Right.
Because the fact of the matter is, if you have a child, you have to have certain discussions with that child to prepare them for this world. Because you know that's your fear. I don't want to, like, when I was growing up, I was able to go all over the neighborhood. I remember I was 5 years old. I hopped on my big wheel and I went across the street, down the block.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Went hung out all day, came back when the sun started to come down. And when I come home, guess what I came home to? My whole neighborhood was out looking for me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The whole neighborhood. And my mom said the best sound she ever heard was the big wheel. You know, when the big wheel hitting that concrete, you know the sound. Some of y'all know that sound. She said she heard my big wheel coming. You know what I mean? And she was like, that's him. I know that's him. And I came in, I got out my joint. And she was like, I didn't know where you was. You know, we ain't wasn't no cell phones back then. I was 5 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what happened the next day? I went right back to that neighborhood. I was able to still go out. They didn't have a fear to where it was like, you stay right here. You know what I mean? They knew, okay, that's a new area that he can be in now. He's going to be across the street, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you terrified of everything. You got these white vans, people taking your kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You never know. Somebody might beat your kid. A cop might shoot your kid because he feel threatened because he playing with a toy gun in the park.
Another nigga might shoot your kid.
Another dude might shoot your kid. You never know. You never know. You fearful, man. So with that being said, listen, man, get into this truth. Continue to read these scriptures. You know what I mean? Keep the law, statutes, commandments, because that's what's going to give you life. If you're not keeping the law, statutes, commandments, you got every right to be fearful. You should fear everything.
Yeah.
Fear the boogeyman. Good night. You know what I mean? Fear going to sleep at night. Fear everything if you're not keeping the law, statutes, commandments. But if you're keeping the law, statutes, commandments, you should have no fear.
No fear.
Because you're doing according to what your Father says. You're being obedient to the Most High, and He will cover you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He will cover you. Women, keep the law, statutes, commandments. Follow your husband. Children, follow your father as he follows Christ. With that, we're going to go ahead and say the Lord's Prayer. And we're going to go ahead. Let me say the one. Yeah. And you got to drink the wine. This wine is actually pretty good, though.
It's not bad. We had worse wines.
Yes. I mixed it one time. It was, the brothers was getting on me like, hey, we got to finish this one out. Accidentally, it was two different wines in there.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait. So now you have that.
Laya Shala.
Laya Shala. All right, we're going to go ahead and send a prayer. We're just going to do the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, just do the Lord's Prayer, and then we're going to sign out here.
All
right, so this is the Lord's Prayer in English. In Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malafka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazak. Okawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Tananawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasanakwa. Kabawanafnawa. Kasalanakwa. Kabawathiyanawa.
Kabawathiyanawa. Wala'a.
Tabayayanawa.
Tabayayanawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abo.
Hawashayanawa.
Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wahatapara.
Rai.
Aman. This is our Father in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
We're gonna do the salute out.
Kanawakan. Mina Israel, Amijam Shabbat, Amijam, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah, Yajamata. Sorry.
Well, you just go ahead and give it to the sister.
Okay. Mina Israel, Amijam Shabbat, Amijam, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatham, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Yajamata. Class dismissed.
All right. I hit the in broadcast up top. What's my Chris, man?